Greetings and welcome to step 17 of our Awakening in 30 Steps. Today's contemplation is on remembering the kindness of living beings, which inspires a sense of gratitude. Now, just to contextualize once again, the stages that we're on in the development of compassion do take some working out and some working through of our view in order to really establish something that has the industrial strength to withstand the blows and the forces of negativity in our social interactions. And I just want to preface today's post by saying the last post on remembering that all beings are kin, or recognizing the mother beings, has, of course, innate challenges. But what we're trying to do is consciously choose how we want to direct our mind, consciously choose how we want to choose subject matter to look at, examine, nurture the mind. It is, of course, true that living beings are destructive. It is, of course, true that not everyone feels a sense of solidarity or warmth. It is, of course, true that living beings can be malicious and malintended. What we're doing is choosing to focus our mind on a little bit of real estate, no less, no more true than anything else, but that in the large or grand scheme of things, through a series of contemplations, these little bits of real estate strung together create a much more robust sense of tolerance and patience and kindness and wish or spirit, motivation to engage from the deepest, most altruistic part of our being. So think of it this way. If you want to run a marathon, you have to make choices. There's all kinds of things that you on the market to eat, but depending on your goal, that will determine what you discard and what you pick up, what you choose, what you elect to put into your body. And if our goal is not only altruism, but Buddhahood or awakening, then this series of contemplations asks us not to just focus on all the negative social interactions that do exist, but to focus on a specific bandwidth of reality that is actually going to nurture us and help yield the fruition or the goal that we're seeking. So, having contemplated the vast matrix in which we find ourselves embedded in an infinite connectivity, infinite interrelationality with mother beings, this contemplation now is asking us to remember their kindness. And I know there are people out there that are going, they weren't very kind to me this morning in the morning subway traffic or morning subway ride, or at the coffee shop, or wherever. They weren't that nice to me. So there are two caveats with this contemplation. The first is to remember what we're talking about when we say kindness. And the second is that it's not self-referential. In other words, it's not all about you. It's not all about you. Although, as we'll see, it does come around to be about you. It's not always about you in the direct moment. Okay, so first point. What do we mean by kindness? Remember the kindness of mother beings. Well, in the last post I shared with you the observations I had of my dear wife Emily giving up of her body and of her time and of her mind to make life possible for the kids and I, which is the symbolic good enough mother, the nurturing one who turns her heart inside out to make life possible for all the dear ones, the little ones. So the kindness is not necessarily a gestural kindness as it is a energetic kindness. And what I mean by that is this contemplation is going to ask us to look at the world in terms of energetic exchanges. And the giving of one's energy, that means the applying of oneself towards a particular activity, that energetic investment is what is meant here by kindness. And so this is where the reflection gets very, very profound. If you can expand your definition of what kindness is, you start to then see that just about everything in the world that makes the world turn involves the energetic investment of living beings. And this is where I really, really love this reflection when you get to that quantum level. It's so profound and it's so immediate. It takes it out of the woo-woo spiritual world and puts it right into your bowl of porridge. And what I mean by that is, I'm having a bowl of porridge right now. Look at my lovely little granola, blueberries, little banana on there, some coconut shreds. I'm about to gobble this thing. And I gobble it as if it just popped out of the fridge, popped out of nowhere. And here's a little morning meditation for us, is how did the little blueberries, shards of coconut, the peanuts, the pecans, the sliced banana, where do they come from in the large story of things? Not just chapter 5 when I open the fridge and cut it up and put it in my bowl. What about chapter 4 all the way leading back? What's the backstory to just about everything? But let's just stay with the bowl of porridge meditation. Well, the blueberries were, of course, picked up in the grocery store, but where did they come before that? Well, the blueberries came from a farm, and did they just drop from the tree? No, someone planted the blueberry seeds. Someone then cultivated the land, watered, put investment of time, woke up possibly at 5 o'clock in the morning to tend to the fields and tend to the fruit and tend to the trees. Who sustained that person? Well, there's a matrix of people that sustained that person so that he or she could get up, tend to the fields, pick the fruit, put it in a basket, put it on a truck. Is the truck driving automatically? No, it's driven by someone. That someone is putting energy or an investment of time, which we can call or define as kindness. It gets then to the outlet, wherever that is, where it gets parsed out. Maybe they get washed. Maybe they get put into a nicer basket. Then they get distributed to the markets. All the way to the market and to the grocery store and to the fridge is a meditation on kindness. And that's just a single blueberry in my porridge. And you and I can sit down and take anything, a button on my shirt, and do a meditation on this and discover the same quantum level truth of the energetic exchange in the vast matrix of interrelationality. And so it then suddenly becomes so profound. And the second contemplation, that it's not all about you, their kindness wasn't, they may not know you, the blueberry picker or the farmer, the cashier. It may not be a one-to-one kindness, but then you do see how it all comes down to roost. It all comes back. And it is your benefit. It comes down to them investing in an exchange where you are the ultimate recipient. And so it's a very powerful, very, very powerful meditation on gratitude. But it's framed within this idea that living beings, all our infinite mother beings, are putting in. They're putting into the stream. And that stream is coming round to nurture us somehow, to clothe us, to feed us, to shelter us, to educate us, to keep us alive, to keep us buoyant, to keep us safe. All because of the kindness of mother beings. So this is your meditation for today. Start with anything in your immediate environment, anything, and trace it back and start to see how it didn't arise out of nowhere. It arises on the basis of the kindness of living beings. And then when the sense of gratitude and appreciation arises on the basis of that reflection, milk it for what it's worth in your juice press. And then for those of us that still cringe and have difficulties with they weren't so kind to me, just keep trying to massage and exercise the capacity of your mind to expand the definition of what kindness looks like, and to remember in the direct one-to-one relationship, the mere appearance of things, it's not about you, but maybe in the ultimate way of things, we are all sharing in the benefits of our mutual exchange of kindness, the currency of kindness. Today's reflection on step 16 on the gradual path. Thank you so very much, and all best wishes.